If you want to travel full time, something that you're going to need is a way to make money no matter where you are in the world. Today, I'm going to share with you some of the methods that have worked for me so that you can get an idea of what might work best for you. Quick disclaimer, I'm currently not traveling full time. I got married and I have a pet horse. So it's a little bit harder to take longer trips. But the nice thing is when we do travel, we're still making money while we're traveling. So the first method I use to make income, and I would say kind of the backbone of my business, would be creating websites. When you create a website and you generate traffic to that website, once you reach a certain amount of traffic, you can start working with ad brokers. An ad broker facilitates selling advertisement spots to businesses on your website. Depending on how much traffic your website gets, you can make either a couple $100s a month or thousands and thousands of dollars a month. Another way you can make money from your website is via affiliate links. So if you write an article and you're talking about like a specific product in the article, you could get a link from Amazon that has your tracking code so that whenever someone makes a purchase and they click your link first, then you'll get a kickback of however much percent. So there are millions of searches done every single day of people just asking questions about all kinds of random stuff. A way that you can profit from this is by creating a website that answers some of these questions. So the best way that I've found to do this is to identify a specific niche of something that you're interested in, something like your favorite sport, like a type of pet. You could just pick something entirely work related like HVAC systems or pest control and start answering questions for people that relate to that topic. If you do want to start a website like this, you need to learn how to write articles that will actually rank and show up in results. This is called search engine optimization. There are tons and tons of free resources that teach you how to do search engine optimization. What I would say is one of the biggest benefits of starting a website as opposed to starting a conventional business, it doesn't require much of an investment initially. Another benefit of websites, they're a great way to branch into tons of other methods of earning somewhat passive income. The most time-consuming part is writing the content, and you can eventually reinvest into the business and hire a writer, so your time is freed up to work on another project. One of the drawbacks of starting a website is the initial time commitment. It's gonna require you to pick up a lot of new skill sets, and I would say it probably took me at least a year before I was making like $1,000 a month from one of my websites. Another significant tool that I use to make money is YouTube. My wife and I started another channel that's now at over 100,000 subscribers. We created it around a very specific hobby that she has. And so it's content that's both educational, informational, and then also entertaining. Once you've reached 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months, you can apply for the YouTube Partner Program. And if you get approved, then you can start putting ads on your videos. So just like with creating a website, a good strategy for starting a YouTube channel is to have a particular niche or group of people in mind when you're starting your channel. A mistake that a lot of people make is when they start a YouTube channel, they just want it to be pretty much everything that they're interested in. The issue with that is that YouTube doesn't know who to show those videos to because they're having trouble identifying who your target audience is. By niching down, YouTube is gonna have a lot easier time putting your content in front of people so that you're able to generate the views that you need and also just grow your audience in general. A benefit of starting a YouTube channel is that it's a very low barrier to entry. So you really just need something that you're interested in and can talk about and an iPhone. And you could legitimately just make your first video today and get it uploaded and start a channel. If you're making your YouTube channel with travel in mind, I would try and pick a topic that doesn't require that you're in the same set location, but something that you could sit down literally anywhere and just make a quick video. Once you've got it built up some, you can eventually hire an editor if that's something you don't enjoy doing. Now, some of the drawbacks of YouTube. First of all, it requires you to be on camera. Me personally, I'm an introvert. I don't really like being on camera. It's something that I just force myself to do. If you're interested in YouTube, I think it's totally worth pushing through that barrier of not wanting to be on camera. Another drawback of YouTube, you need to learn how to market your content. Just like there's some research involved with starting a website, there's research research involved with starting a YouTube channel. It will take time, but it will be worth it. Sometimes it takes my videos like an hour and a half or longer to upload. You'll just want to make sure wherever you're traveling that you're going to have somewhere with a steady enough connection that you can get your videos uploaded. So another method you can use to make income while traveling, you can simply edit for someone else's YouTube channel. For my other channel, my wife is the face of that, and I basically am just the cameraman, and then I edit the videos and upload them. There are tons and tons of YouTube channels now that are looking for people to edit and help with those behind the scenes steps. You can find editing gigs on websites like Upwork and Fiverr and start building out your portfolio that way. So one of the pros of being a YouTube video editor is that you can be pretty much anywhere in the world. Another benefit is you don't have to be on camera. You can just be behind the scenes making things happen. You'll probably need a good laptop that you can edit on, as well as some editing software. You'll need to learn how to edit. Again, YouTube is the perfect resource for learning all this. And then lastly, you just need to make sure you have that steady connection to the internet so you can exchange files with whoever you're editing for. Another big piece of our income that lets us make money while we're traveling is online courses. If you go the route of building a website around a specific topic, you can eventually maybe make some courses on those topics as well. Or if you have a YouTube channel, you can market them through that. You might not think that you're an expert in anything and that you're not worthy to teach a course to anyone on any topic. But in all honesty, if you have an above average knowledge level of anything, you can probably make money from it by making some kind of online course. One thing I love about online courses, after the big initial work of making the course up front, it's pretty passive in the long run because you make the product and then it just keeps generating sales for you. A drawback of making online courses, I could see this being a little bit harder to execute while you're traveling. If it's something that you can just use a lot of like graphics and whatnot on the screen as you're teaching, then maybe that won't be as much of an issue. Another potential drawback, you are gonna need a way to get people's eyes on your content. That will require some marketing, either via social media, or if you have a website, or if you have a YouTube channel. Your marketing will determine how successful your course is. So those have been all the main ways that I currently use to make money while I'm traveling. Here are a few extras of just things that I've done that can be done anywhere. If you have a knack for graphic design and creating good captions, something you can do is manage social media for small businesses. I would say try to work with smaller businesses and maybe only charge them a few $100 a month for say 10 or 12 posts a month to a few different channels. When you work with smaller businesses, they have lower expectations. They're not going to be quite as nitpicky, I've found, than if you're trying to work with really big budget companies. Once you've got a few clients built up, this is a great source of recurring income for you. You can eventually start hiring some other graphic designers to help manage clients for you. This could be done anywhere. It really just requires that you're able to get on the internet every now and then and communicate with clients. Another great business model for making money as you travel is doing search engine optimization for businesses. Almost every business these days has some kind of website, and if they want that website to show up in search results for people in their area, they're gonna need some kind of search engine optimization. Learning how to optimize a website is a lot easier than it sounds. Just learn that process via YouTube, and then you can start putting together some packages, just like with the social media, start pitching it to small businesses until you get some recurring clients. Hire some people to allocate that work to so that you're not having to do it every month, and then you'll be freed up to travel and do whatever else you want. If you're looking for maybe the easiest thing that you could just get started with tomorrow, I would say freelance writing. For everyone else who's like starting websites, they're gonna need people to help write content for them. You may not even need internet for writing. You could be on a train and just hammer out an article so that when you do get to the next city, you could just go right ahead and publish the content that you've been working on. If you want to move forward with any of the methods I've mentioned today, I would say there are two things you're gonna need. The first one is simply persistence. Most people fail when they set out to start a YouTube channel or start a website simply because they don't stick with it long enough to start seeing the results. But I've learned that just sticking with it and putting in the hard hours, you can eventually achieve your goal. Just don't be discouraged if it doesn't happen right away. I'm so grateful that I didn't give up when I first started my project, because there was definitely definitely like this ghost town period where I just wasn't seeing a ton of results. But now, thankfully, I'm able to do what I do full time, working from home and traveling as I please. It's totally worth it if you're interested in something like that. The other thing that you're gonna need is just good critical thinking skills. When you're doing things online, you just need to take it one little problem at a time and just figure it out and just get to the next thing. And just being able to utilize the internet efficiently when you have a question, just searching it, finding the result, and then implementing it to whatever problem you're facing. Being patient and doing that, there's very little that you can't achieve. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now go start your business so you can travel full time. The key is just to get started, stick with it. I know you can do it if you'll be persistent.